My name's Justin Ho, and I work for Amdocs. I'm the head of products, consulting, and solutions within the Mobile Financial Services division. Amdocs is a large multinational company working in most countries around the world, 24,000 employees, and we work primarily with telecom companies providing billing systems and operational software support systems, and we work with banks as well. My main area of focus is in mobile financial services, where we're focused on providing payment solutions and banking services to banks in developed and emerging markets. So Asia is really fascinating at the moment because within Asia we have by 2020 forecast to have 66% of the global middle class. So 60% of the entire middle class globally will be in Asia, and that's a huge opportunity. Now the fascinating thing about that is most of those people coming into the middle class, their first experience with the internet is going to be through mobile. So mobile is their first chance to do anything related to being online. So within China, within India, 66% of people prefer to do mobile as a way of shopping and engaging, and therefore payments is going to be the biggest area of growth in Asia using the mobile phone. So within Asia, because you see really Asia as, I'd say, two different markets. So you have Singapore, which I'd say is a very developed economy. You have places like Korea and Japan. And then you have emerging markets like, say, Philippines or India or Bangladesh, and very, very different economies. So the big thing in, say, a country like Philippines is that people are not banked. So you need to get the people banked. In the Philippines, people over the age of 15, 3/4 of them do not have a bank account. So how are they going to pay? So what Amdocs does is we get the people in the emerging markets to be able to have a form of payment by giving them a mobile wallet with our partners, either telecoms or banks, and then giving them access to be able to go online, shop, receive salaries, do bill payments. The things that you and I take for granted in the developed world, we just don't have those in the emerging markets. So that's where the amazing growth is going to come from. And then once you have that ability to get yourself a financial footprint, that is, once I start being able to do transactions, then once I have that footprint, banks will be able to start giving me access to credit. And access to credit is the way that people will get out of the poverty cycle. So if you look at a country like Indonesia, if I'm a typical small entrepreneur, I'm paying anywhere between 34 to 122% interest rate. And can you imagine, what your life would be like if you had to pay 122% per annum in interest? So getting those people, being able to access really affordable access to working capital helps to grow their business and therefore grow the entire country and grow the region. So it's really critical work that we're doing. Again, so it's about connecting up the developed economy with the emerging markets. So the connected money strategy for us is how do we get money from people who are working from the emerging markets in the developed markets. So say I'm an Indonesian maid and I'm working in Singapore. How do I get money back to my family? And how do I get it back cheaply, at the right price, with convenience and with trust? So what we do is we work with our customers at each end to connect the developed market and the emerging markets so people can send money easily. And if you think about a worker in the developed economy, he has very, very little time, right? So he's working 6 days a week, has very little time to spend with his friends. So that transaction needs to be really quick and efficient, and it needs to be at the right price as well. There's so much that they can do. As Amdocs, we're really interested in what we call the omni-channel experience. So being able to offer the same customer experience regardless of what channel you're working down. So if you look at payments, I like to talk about the Uberification of payments. If you've ever used Uber, the thing that's wonderful about Uber is that you don't even have to think about the payment. The payment's really not even in your mind. You don't have to look for your wallet, you don't have to get change. The whole payment is taken care of. So that type of customer experience, if I was a transport company, I'd be looking to see how can I embed payments in my experience so that it's really easy for the cab driver who doesn't have to worry about change and having the random amount of money. You know, you've been into a cab and you give them $50 and the uncle says, sorry, got no change. So being able to embed payments and really make that user experience simple is key for a transport company. Now that applies to a retailer as well. If I want to talk about how do I pay to a retailer, again, I really want to make that convenient. You have new technologies such as contactless payments, but to me that's even a generation behind already. I don't want to have to know about the payment. Nobody gets up in the morning and thinks, how am I going to pay today? You know, what exciting way am I going to pay today? You just want it to be easy and simple. So the more you can take that payment friction away and make it simple for the consumer, the better. So many facets that I loved about the show. Number one, the content in the speaking slots some of it was really excellent. I learnt a lot of new things. So I come here to learn, I come here to meet, I come here to find potential technology partners, which I found, and to meet customers as well. So it's been a great experience from that perspective.